This Saturday, 22nd of April, I'll be a panellist in the discussion Kings or Commoners, otherwise known as Nobs or Nobodies, when historical novelists look at the pros and cons of writing about royalty or ordinary folk. I stand in this debate for the poor and not for the aristocracy, and this is what I'm going to say. I received an email telling me that my book, A Just and Upright Man, was rubbish, and my correspondent was pleased she bought it for her Kindle and read it quickly, because she'd been able to get her money back from Amazon, the miserable skinflint, and so my trash hadn't cost her anything other than the few hours of her time I'd stolen. My offence was to write an historical romance and crime novel from the point of view of the people at the bottom of the social heap, the poor. Lizzie Greener and her family, as well as Tom Laws and his, should be beneath notice. Literature should concern itself only with the upper classes. If some people of the past are invisible, there is, it seems, a reason for that. They're not worthy of notice. Well, I don't agree. Those peasants and paupers whose every day was a struggle to survive make for better fiction than some spoilt princess. In any case, they're not invisible. You have to look a bit harder. I spent hours in archives around the country going through original documents, and I'll spend hours more, and after doing that for a while, these invisible people start to look out at you from the pages. Listen to this from a 1765 parish account book. 3 fox and 2 fowl martins' heads, 4 and 2pence. Who trapped and killed those foxes and martins so that they could claim the bounty, and what did they do with the money? 4 shillings and 2pence was a fortune at a time when they could also write, to Hawksley Todd for 2 carts of coals and loading, 3 shillings and 8pence. And when it cost the parish a guinea to keep Edward Scott in the poorhouse for 14 weeks. A guinea, for those too young to know, was 21 shillings, a pound and a shilling, a pound and 5pence if you like. In 1745 there were 16 paupers in Wrighton Constabulary, and we know their names and how much they were given to get them through the year. It wasn't much. Turn to the parish registers and there they are, lined up for us to see. The year of their birth, the year they were baptized, the names of their parents, who they married and when, what children they had, and when they died. What about Richard Evans, imprisoned and sentenced to hard labour for being a loose, disorderly fellow of ill fame? Evans was convicted on no more than the oath of a churchwarden. Who's going to tell his story if not me? And what would that churchwarden have made of the man I saw 65 years ago trying to get the key into the door of his miserable cottage while concealing from this small boy the fact that was actually quite unconcealable, that he was as drunk as a lord? Why does this woman who abuses me by email and steals the fruits of my labours by reading and then not paying believe that the Lord's story will be more worth telling than the labourers? Those shabby cottages were knocked down years ago. Is every trace of the people who lived there to vanish? Not if I have anything to do with it. The festival is at Hawkesbury Upton in the Cotswolds. It starts at 10 a.m, it's free, and the debate on Nobs or Nobodies starts at noon in the Bethesda Chapel. Come along. We'll be delighted to see you.